Some people go to Melbourne for the coffee, some go for the food, but we went to Melbourne to meet strangers we'd never met before.
This is the final call for remaining guests of Virgin Australia.
Pull the straps to tighten.
In April, I packed my bags, grabbed my brother, and flew down to Melbourne. It was partly a work trip and a little bit of an escape. We called it a workation, the kind where you bring your laptop and a to-do list, but secretly you're kind of chasing inspiration.
Flights will be available in the baggage claim area in Terminal 3. Everything down from Sydney. Have a lovely Monday ahead.
Melbourne's known to be a city with a reputation. The coffee capital of the world, the cool older cousin who wears all black and always knows the best hidden bar. Some people come here to be seen, some people come here to get lost, and some people come here to start again. We've just landed in Melbourne.
Dead.
So we're gonna head to the Australian Piano Warehouse in Blackburn. But it looks okay. How would you rate Melbourne so
Dead.
far?
Dead.
Now you might be wondering, why on earth are we travelling 40 minutes west of the airport to a small town called Blackburn and to a piano shop as well? Well, my friends, you may or may not know this about me, but I run a music studio based in Sydney. And the purpose of this trip was to meet amazing people who are 10, 20, 30 steps ahead of me in the industry, to hear their story, feel inspired, and to build new connections. And today we're meeting Brent Otley. Brent Otley is one of Australia's most respected master piano technicians, known for his decades-long career servicing concert grand pianos for top venues like the Sydney Opera House and for amazing musicians including Chick Corea, Elton John, and more. The first thing I felt when I met Brent was that he is just so down to earth. He was so kind to give us his time. He also shared his story with us, how he got to where he is today. You could see why he was such a humble guy, even after accomplishing so much. The obstacles, challenges, and the rough past that he had to overcome really shaped his character. It was a very special first meeting in Melbourne.
My name is Brent Otley. I'm a piano technician in Melbourne, Australia. Music is the pathway to happiness and beauty. Get into it.
I think there's a drink right
Bottle shop this way. Should we go? After our very inspiring chat with Brent, we called an Uber to our accommodation in South Bank. The really crazy thing was our Uber driver chatted with us the entire way. He was telling us about this app that he was starting up. It was a little wild because we came to Melbourne for inspiration and it just felt like the people that we were surrounded by were either inspiring us with the things that they'd built in the past or the things that they were currently working on.
Don't have to talk about it, but that's no.
Welcome to day 2 in Melbourne. I have just woken up. You can probably tell by my voice. Today we don't have any meetings, but we're going to take it nice and slow, find inspiration in art, go for a little wander to get pleasantly lost, and just recharge. Michael is obviously still sleeping, so I'm going to go for a little solo breakfast date at a local cafe. The morning was a little gloomy, but I kind of loved it because I just felt like I didn't have to rush and I could just take my time and slow down guilt-free. It was kind of cool to see the city slowly waking up. I hadn't really seen peak hour traffic from bird's eye view in a very long time, so that was kind of nice too. I packed these little vitamins, fish oil tablets, this magnesium, classic iron tablet, ashwagandha, a little bit controversial, After a quiet morning, we decided to head out and go for a little walk. We're lost. We're heading to the National Galleries of Victoria. You know what the really weird thing was? The gloominess of the morning did not last, and the sun really showed up for us literally the entire trip. We were super lucky. Michael and I perhaps had the best toasties we'd ever had in our life. That might be a big statement. Southside Coffee do really, really great food. I would highly recommend them. Oh damn, buttermilk chicken. Oh yeah. After our very surprising toasties, we continued to wander and came across the Melbourne Recital Centre. As two musos who graduated the School of Music at the ANU, we felt compelled to walk inside to suss out this beautiful venue. One thing I found so refreshing and a little bit surprising about this gorgeous city was that there are so many music venues around. I could totally see why creatives would flock to Melbourne. It was a nice little surprise. Are you guys gallery people? I feel like you either love art galleries or you would rather dig a hole and die. Michael and I are definitely art gallery people. Let me know if you've been to the NGV before. It was a stunning exhibition. But not gonna lie, we hadn't walked like that in such a long time. Our legs were giving way and we were pretty glad to be home. I just felt like taking a moment to reflect on the first vlogs that I posted here. I went to Japan for 5.5 weeks, and that kind of kickstarted this YouTube channel where I documented our travels and vlogged our trip. But back then, I was really struggling to take care of myself. As a startup business owner, I used travel as a form of escape. Around 6 countries later, I am still in love with travel, but this time I'm using it as a source of inspiration, because at the end of the day, I feel like that's my biggest responsibility. The energy that I bring into the room. On our third day in Melbourne, we headed out to the city to meet with an absolute legend named Catherine, who started the music gym.
This is so incredible, like so well done.
I'm Catherine from the Music Gym in Melbourne CBD. I've been a music teacher myself for 30 plus years. You never should give up learning music. You always should show up because music is such a great skill, not only to play but to share with your friends and family. It is amazing for your well-being and for making new friends.
How was meeting Catherine at the music gym?
She was straight up the coolest grandma ever. You can tell just by the way she speaks how much experience she has and how much confidence. You can tell she's been through the fire, you know. It was crazy. I'm inspired. I want to do better. I want us to do better. And I reckon we can outdo her one day as well, to be honest. As young guns ourselves.
Michael and I loved meeting Catherine. It was crazy because she seemed so young in her spirit, her energy and her drive, but she was actually a grandma. She had her first grandkid and she built the music gym after being in the music education space for years and years in Melbourne. We really look up to her so much and we have so much to learn from her. Meeting her literally made our day. Also, this is us trying to justify this expensive lunch. After a very overpriced but delicious lunch, we headed back home to do some work. So it is currently 7:46 p.m. What time have we been here from?
Man. Oh no, man.
Yeah, we've been working here for a little while. I look yellow. I look like a thumb. We're leading up to the biggest quarter. Oh my god, I look like a thumb. I can't take myself seriously. We've been grinding here for 4 hours. It's been a productive Wednesday evening. Welcome to our final day in Melbourne. It was a very short, sweet, fast 4 days that we spent in our rival city. And look, we came here to feel inspired. We were definitely leaving inspired. A mix of having a really fresh space that feels unfamiliar, breaking the routine, exploring art, getting lost in the streets of Melbourne, and meeting Brent Otley and Catherine, who breathed new life into us through really great quality conversation. We had an amazing time in Melbourne and we're leaving with fresh energy and excitement for the quarter to come. If you're feeling a little bit uninspired, stuck, or maybe even a bit overwhelmed, this is your sign to switch up your environment. It could be as simple as literally sleeping on the other side of the bed, or taking a different route to work, or stopping at an unfamiliar cafe for a nice warm coffee.
Welcome to your Virgin Australia flight. It's wonderful to have you aboard.
As we board this flight home, I just want to say thank you so much for following along my journey. I was once sharing lots of travel vlogs, but I hope to connect with you on a deeper level as I share bits and pieces of my life and what I'm learning, not just as a business owner, but as a human. I missed you. This for Louis, that's so cute. Baba, what is that? Oh, he loves it, he loves it. Oh my god, you love it. Look at you, darling. Myla, oh my gosh, hi. Myla. That's so sweet, she came to say hi.